Now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 19. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trevor Lawrence, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after one.
The score time is 7-7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Out of the end zone, it's Tutu Atwell. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Going right back to Akers. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Rams at 5-7 now on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but they were to fall here. And now you're looking at going 4 games without a win. Things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
They'll try and throw for it here. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Malik McDowell there to make the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
On play action, they'll throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw here.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. He's got the first down and more.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. They'll run on first down with Akers. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way gun. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Seibert's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. Swift is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
8 yards to go on second down. Now Lawrence to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll buy some time right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Fans of old school football, they got to be loving this partner. All 3 drives so far have ended in a touchdown, and all 3 on the ground.
And when you say fans of old school football, count me in, because you just don't see ground games dominate the scoring or pounding the rock like this anymore. To me, this is refreshing.
Extra point by Simon, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence rolling to his right. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. Touchdown, Rams! Cooper Kupp in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Atwell now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, LA! Cooper Kupp with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's... Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you're going to see guys really working on it. maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, they'll try to run for it on the draw. And he is going to lose yardage here. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Kupp now on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. Touchdown, LA! So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Just a gain of a couple there.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this will be a Bears 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try to run this one in. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it will be second down. Herbert will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Tyler Bass sends a kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Atwell now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end. But right now, they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team finally get obviously in the ball. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Lawrence to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is going to have the Rams 1st down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Back in the end zone, can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for 1, maybe 2 more plays. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will end. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one